Yo, what's going on, guys? In today's video, we're back on NASCAR Heat 5. I've been feeling myself lately on this series, what I'm saying? That's why I've been posting, a lot. And I have been missing, the last time I posted my MLB The Show series was like 3 weeks ago, so I'm kind of missing out on that. But, I've just been really feeling, motivated to post this series more, especially since if you look at my first ever video on this entire series, was July 9th, 2020, and it is currently July 2nd, 2021. Yes, that's right. It's only been one season. It's taken me a whole year to actually, get around to finishing the series. Even though we're not at the end. I mean, we're about to be on our third race, and we have about here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 races. So that means 7 more episodes. The reason why I actually kind of want to start pushing these out, because I realized, literally, 5 minutes before filming this, that my actual first episode was posted on July 9th of last year. So, I'm going to try to finish the last episode on July 9th, post it on July 9th. This series literally should have been done by probably, November, maybe December. But, here we are back in July. I still haven't finished the series, but we're going to go ahead and get to it. And in this episode, we're racing at one of our, our best tracks. We're racing at Bristol Motor Speedway. That's actually a night race in the playoffs. We got 35 laps, I think, just like last time. Big payday race, My incentive contract is to get 2 top 5s in 5 races. I feel like this one's pretty easy. Then we get a big, bonus. I feel like, I can get this done. Bristol, it has a lot of lap traffic. If I'm going to get if I'm going to get a win in this playoffs in the playoffs this season, this episode is the episode, to do it. Honestly, I have enough confidence saying either I'm going to get a win this episode or I'm going to DNF like I did last time, because I was in the lead last time at Bristol, but then, I accidentally crashed my car. Didn't even get to finish the race. But I'm looking, I learned what my mistakes were last time and why I crashed, obviously. Now I'm looking, now I know how not to do that. And if I get in the lead, which I probably will because of lap traffic, I'm definitely going to take advantage of that, and I'm definitely going to probably win this race. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to guarantee it that I'm going to actually win this race. But nevertheless, let's look at some of the stats here before leading into this race. So obviously, first off, and at the number 1 spot, going into this race, in the number 1 seed, we got Kyle Busch. He's already advancing, because he already won that race. Back in what was it? What was the first race? Darlington. Yeah, he already won that race. And then the last race, the reason why nobody else advanced is because Tyler Reddick actually got the win. He's not even a playoff driver. The highest performing playoff driver last episode was actually Denny Hamlin. That's why he's second right now. But he actually got third last race. Right now I'm actually fourth, so, if the playoffs ended right now and it was just the the final 4 going into the final race, I would be amongst these drivers. So, I'm looking to just not, really change anything up. I don't have to be third, second, or first. I'm just looking to stay in this top 4 for the remainder of the playoffs, That's a win for me. But, Martin Truex Jr., he's actually kind of close to me. Kevin Harvick, I got a little bit of a gap between him, but, he ain't got a gap between him and Martin Truex Jr., you know what I'm saying? But who was fourth? The big 4 this season was Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, and then Joey Logano, who he fell down, all the way to 8th. These playoffs have not been treating him well. Also, who hasn't been treating him well is actually Michael McDowell. Look, that's 48 points behind the cutoff line. The second to lowest one is only 13 behind. Because if you guys don't know, Michael McDowell had a good finish at Daytona in the first episode. And then at Talladega, he won that race. That's what got him into the playoffs. And then we raced at Daytona the second time. I don't really remember if he actually got a good position. I'm assuming he did, because he's one of those good super speedway drivers. But that's literally all he did. And besides those 3 races, all he's gotten is the low 30s. I think his other highest performing one was it was 30. He didn't even get in the top 29 or anything. But yeah, so we're sitting here in a good spot. And if you guys are wondering at the top right why my money is so low, is because if you guys see, Carol Williams, I upgraded her suspension 1 more, so I maxed her suspension out. Jerome Higgins, he was at 11 engine, now I maxed him out. And I maxed out Max Harris on aero, so I maxed out all of their specialties. So I will be a little bit more fast for the remainder of the playoffs. My aero is going to be better, so a little bit better draft. Suspension, I forget what suspension really does in this game. Speed obviously going to be faster. But yeah, so that's all I gotta rant on about. So I'll see you guys at the racetrack. Before we do that, I'm just gonna let you guys know, hey, we got the same paint scheme we did last time and our same usual paint scheme. Obviously, if you guys are wondering why we have a white spoiler, I explained it in the last episode right before we got into the race. It's because when you're in the playoffs, every driver that's still in the playoffs and hasn't gotten cut off, they're wearing a white spoiler. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the race. I'll see you guys at the racetrack. Alright guys, so I did qualify 10th. My goal position is 5th, plus that lap traffic. Even without lap traffic, I think I probably would have gotten 5th. Yeah, I know. I've said stuff like that in the past and I haven't come through with it, but I do believe that but I guarantee I'm probably gonna get the win. I definitely hit the mark in practice completely. If I would have look at my best lap at practice, if I would have hit that exact mark, even a little bit worse than that, I would have actually qualified first, and it would have been a guarantee win. But I was a little bit off, and I felt like, I don't know, in practice the car just felt so good, and then in qualifying, every time I would exit the turn, my car would shake a little bit, just like how it did in, I think, Dover. It did that too. These short tracks, once you get off those those little steep mini, turns, and you go on the straightaways, your car just shakes a little bit. It's fine. But practice, even on that best lap, I don't know what it was, because I literally got into with Jimmy Johnson. He kind of nudged me out of the way. He kind of affected my time a little bit on that best lap, or maybe it might have been the lap after. I'm not sure, but still. And I think Jimmy Johnson actually qualified right next to me, or something. That's what I saw on the qualifying list. I think he either would have qualified a spot behind me or right next to me, or maybe he had to get sent to the back to because he didn't get it approved or whatever. I don't know. But without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and get started with this race at Bristol. Hopefully, I can pull out the win. I'll see you guys at the end of the race. Because this is me live, during the races when I'm talking. That's actually my commentary while I'm editing. If you guys didn't know that. But this is me actually my live reaction. I'm gonna see you guys after the race though with my my outro. All right, I'll just see you guys at the race. So as we're about to go here at green at Bristol, here are the stories of the race. So Corey LaJoie, he looks a bit slow today as he qualifies last, so no reason he just qualifies last. He looks slow. Cole Custer has been struggling all weekend again. One of those things where oh, he's slow. Martin Truex Jr. driving the 19, another Jacobs racer. He actually won the pole this weekend as we are about to go green here at Bristol Motor Speedway, starting off 10th, right next to Brad Keselowski on the outside. And one thing about starting the outside about Bristol is when the turns, you just bump into everyone. You stir up so much trouble because it is so hard to just pass people in Bristol or just get around people in Bristol if there's a big pack and you're on the outside or in the middle. The inside is definitely the way to go if you're racing at Bristol in any way. But yeah, so we're back here in this big pack. We're starting to lose kind of positions. But that'll all change soon. As soon as I find the right rhythm when I get to the inside, as I slam into the back of Tyler Reddick, who won last episode. As I kind of look, I don't really slow him down a little bit. He's gonna do that on his own because he's right behind Ryan Blaney, who's looking real slow right now. That's not even my fault. Ryan Newman just got sideways like that, and he saved it. It was actually a pretty good save. As Daniel Suarez is right next to me, as William Byron gets sideways on his own. So that's now 3 drivers got sideways on their own. Just like in the first 4 laps, as we go right by Ryan Newman, as we drive right by, almost, and then we do accidentally hit a little bit of Matt Kenseth's car, and as we see Jimmy Johnson and Matt Kenseth in 7th and 8th, well, I guess in 7th and 9th now, but about to be in 8 and 9, as he gets sideways, and I'm inevitably actually going to pass Jimmy Johnson, right about here. I'm actually open to the best for Jimmy Johnson and Matt Kenseth because I really want them to make the round of 12 at least. My goal for them is because I want to see. What my goal for? I just want to see them make the round of 12 since this is both their last season. I just want to see them make the round of 12. That'd actually be really cool for them. As the Penske driver Keselowski and his Penske affiliate of Matt Benedetto are driving right next to each other. As I capture that 4th position, as I am 4th in the playoffs right now. as I'm driving by Kyle Busch, and again, dude, that lap traffic, I see it time and time again on these short tracks. These are the reasons why I win these races, is because of the lap traffic. As we get by Kyle Busch, I don't think I even touched him. As we're about to we're getting a little bit of trouble from Truex Jr. He gets sideways from Timmy Hill, as we're just gonna go easy right past him. He's looking slow a little bit during the race. I mean, his qualifying time was tremendous, but I guess during the race he just didn't really find the rhythm. As he gets right back up there, but slowly blocked out by Cole Custer. Not really good move by him. As Denny Hamlin actually gets sideways a little bit, trying to get by Bobby Carter, but can't. As I'm right behind Michael McDowell right now, as he's in last place as in terms of playoff drivers. Eric Almirola is right ahead of him. So Eric Almirola is right there too. So it's a battle between Michael McDowell and Eric Almirola. I don't feel like Eric Almirola, if he actually placed in the 30th, then he's probably basically clinched his way out. Michael McDowell clinched his way out of the playoffs. Like, he's definitely out of the playoffs. He's been out for a while. Probably as we do, right when we bump into Chris Buescher, our hood takes significant damage, and I've got to be careful. That's why I'm gotta start playing it careful, because that's the reason why DNF last time at Bristol when I was in the lead in the regular season. As I'm starting to make, one of the things you'll see is that right now, during the rest of the race, I'm gonna stop, getting aggressive on the inside turns. Really, I'm gonna start going there with my outside turns, as it, makes me ease up a little bit. And there's less, all these cars go on the inside, and it's easier to kind of brake and slow down going to the outside, as I'm not, diving down into the bottom. As we got our rival of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. behind us, and I guess I actually cut it out, but he was actually slamming into us and doing all that stuff to us. He was actually trying to wreck us. I actually, forgot to leave that in there, but he, just doing what he did. We did survive, so really the only thing I'm worried about is getting in the back of drivers and actually DNFing. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. getting into us, which we just got past. We probably won't see him for the rest of the race. And that second place driver catching up to us, which I don't think he will. As we're going right now, Eric Almirola just got passed by Michael McDowell. So Michael McDowell is 32nd, as Eric Almirola is now 33rd. As we see Matt Kenseth above us, he is 18. So he was 8th, now he dropped back to 18th, He's got to get that up. He probably won't be able to, as he's probably going to get that, so, he might be out. As Blaney is in 17th, I think he's safe in the playoffs, but, I'm not too sure. Hopefully he's a good driver to go up against. As we see Bobby Carter get in the way, he's like one of those lap traffic, what I'm saying. As Eric Jones and Ryan Blaney are going together, they're kind of helping each other out.
Outside.
As Bobby Carter, Bobby Carter's an aggressive driver. I mean, he's literally he doesn't exist. He's just so aggressive, for no reason. He's just not, I don't understand. But Matt Kenseth does get ahead of us again. Right now, when you're about to see me go along with these cars a lot, because I'm literally trying to slow down. Look, there's 3 laps to, and there's now there's 3 laps to go. Denny Hamlin's right there. There's still lap traffic between us two. It's a guaranteed win unless I DNF. Which that's why I'm slowing down everything. I'm not trying to bump into drivers as I just did with Bobby Carter. I'm trying to slow down. Go to the outside. Do everything I can to miss these drivers so I don't DNF like I did in Bristol. In the regular season, and end up losing that race when I was in a really comfortable lead last time. So we're coming down on the backstretch, 2 to go. As we just passed Matt Kenseth, trying to pass Ross Chastain, not really trying, but So white flag is in the air. We take the white flag. 1 lap to go here. The only way that I could possibly lose this is if we wreck out. And we got some distance between me and Denny Hamlin, so if I wreck, the caution will probably already come out before then, and the race is over. As we come around the start-finish line, we will get our first win of the playoffs and our 3rd win of the series, I do believe. So really great for us. And yes, we're gonna burn out right now, as I just really, that was a really good race. I did guarantee this. I just want to thank all you guys for sticking with me in the playoffs. I didn't think I was really going to get a win until I saw Bristol on the schedule. I was like, okay, easy dubs. This is all going to DNF. And I did learn from last time in DNF. I know you guys were probably disappointed when I DNF last time at Bristol, but I did learn from that experience. not by much. I barely got out by DNFing, but yeah. So yeah, I won this race. Woo. Alright guys, so I did end up getting the win here. I'm actually super happy that I ended up getting the win, you know, because I guaranteed the win. I will say though, I almost didn't get the win, as you guys saw there. Like I bumped into a lot of cars. I checked the damage. I think I was probably like 3 or 2 big, like kind of big hits. Like I was like 3 kind of big hits and like probably like 2 big hits, like away from like DNFing again, like I did the same way in my last episode that I was at Bristol. But I did end up getting the win. Denny Hamlin did end up getting second. Kevin Harvick is third. So I think that might be one of his best, if not his best, like placement this whole season. As Brad Keselowski gets second, Martin Truex Jr. gets fifth, Christopher Bell gets sixth, Ryan Newman gets seventh. Kyle Busch actually gets eighth. I remember he was in the lead and he was in second for like a while. I guess he just fell back. Jimmy Johnson actually got ninth. So Matt DiBenedetto is the only driver in the top 10 that isn't a playoff driver. So 1 through 9 was all playoff drivers. I will say it really would have been nice if there would have been like a lot of actual non-playoff drivers in this like filled in this top 10, and then I would have gotten the win. You know, that would have been great, but you know, it's all right though. As Jimmy Johnson actually gets 9th, you know, that's crazy a little bit. As Kurt Busch gets 13th, Tyler Reddick, who is like, you know, the defending non-playoff winner in the playoffs, I don't know, but he's the defending one. He got 15th though. Very sad to see for him. The only Joe Gibbs Racing driver that's not in the playoffs gets 16th. Ryan Blaney, I did lap him. I think he got unlapped though. As I, you know, I was trying to slow down near at the end. But he's the last driver to not get lapped, as Matt Kenseth is the first one. Joey Logano in 19th, he also gets lapped. So I don't know. He was probably arguably the most dominant driver. Honestly, I think Kyle Busch was the most dominant, and then second was Joey Logano. But you know, you guys can debate over that. Going into the playoffs, and ever since the playoffs started, he's just gone cold. I don't think he's gotten a top 10. He might have gotten one top 10 in the first race. I'm not sure, but he's gone cold. He has not really done anything. Enrique Stenhouse Jr., our rival, in 20th. You guys saw, you know, we got in a little bit, you know, of an argument there. You know, he tried to, you know, get me out of the race there quite a bit. But yeah, as Alex Bowman, another playoff driver, falls to 22nd. As Chase Elliott, a favorite going into this whole entire series, gets 24th, as he's not even in the playoffs anymore. As again, like I go on these rants all the time about Michael McDowell not being deserving going into the playoffs, he gets 32nd. Again, that's another 32nd finish, and he qualified 30th. I remember I looked, he qualified 30th and he finished 32nd. But one number I'm not talking about is Eric Almirola. He gets 33rd. I don't know what happened to him today, but you know, wow. Not as bad as Cole Custer though. I don't know what happened to him. He's just out of that race. But yeah, I know I kind of went in depth a little bit there. But race earnings, we do get $376,000 as we get the payout, as we getting first. Sponsor payout, we get $57,000. Merch payout, we go almost $90,000, so we can run that up to about $90,000. There's a total of about $525,000 we get from this race. As look at the playoff standings, I'm still second, obviously, because Kyle Busch got the win at the first drive, at the first race. So it means me and him both advanced. So that means I'm automatically in the round of 12. Doesn't matter what happens in round of 16. You know, it doesn't matter at all what happens in round of 16. I think the only thing that does matter is if I, like, you know, DNF all throughout the rest of the round of 16. It will affect my points, so that determines my starting position in the round of 12. So, you know, I'm still going to have to finish consistent. You're still going to have to finish, you know, through the line, consistent finish every single time in the playoffs. It doesn't matter, unless, you know, you're not in the playoffs, and, you know, which I don't plan to be anytime soon, you know. I plan to win this thing all. My only really competition is, you know, Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin. Brad Keselowski, I mean, he's been there. You know, he's been there in his moments, but he's really, he's really just battling with Martin Truex Jr. at this point. Martin Truex Jr. and Kevin Harvick are really close. I think Kevin Harvick getting that third place really solidified him as, hey, you know, I'm still here. As, you know, Kevin Harvick, he's probably the worst driver to be in who's in the top 6 and top 5, because him and Martin Truex Jr., Cleveland Sergeant, he's probably the worst driver really in the top 5, top 6, you know. Because either, you know, I don't know, you he's just, I don't know. I don't know about him. But Jimmy Johnson's now 7 back, as Mackins is also 6 back. Eric Almirola drops down to 18, as Malcolm McDowell, I mean, he basically just, he clinched himself out of the playoffs, so I think Eric Almirola might, unless he gets a win, I think he might be out, so unless either of them, so I think Eric Almirola and Michael McDowell are officially, they're basically just out. Jimmy Johnson and Matt Kenseth, I mean, Jimmy Johnson's been having this magical run in the playoffs, obviously he got that one win that solidified him into the playoffs, and he just was absolute dog water the rest of the series, the rest of the regular season, really. And then, I don't know why he's having this absolutely magical run here in the playoffs. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say on that. As we celebrate here in Victory Lane for the first time at Bristol Motor Speedway, as we see here in our Ally Ford Mustang number 13 car back in Victory Lane. First time ever in Bristol, first ever time in my video game NASCAR career being here in Bristol night. So that's cool. I mean, this car, it just felt really fast today. Honestly, dude, those boosts that I gave my car, dude, those are gonna be so good when it comes to speedways now. I mean, honestly, you can barely tell. You guys can probably barely tell. But I can actually kind of really tell, on the corners, I'm just unstoppable. No one can beat me now, I was, before those upgrades, just before this episode, I guess, since this is the only episode I really upgraded, before this episode, you guys know, I was, really good on the corners. Now, no one can pass me in the corners, for really going at it. On the straightaways, instead of being always passed, I think I'm just going the same speed as them, we're kind of even. Almost gaining a little bit, so that's really good too. I didn't really notice or get a chance to really notice me getting that draft. Hopefully, my draft gets better, but it's really cool to see this Ally Ford Mustang in the Victory Lane. Really good for Ally and this Ford team. As we get the winner, as we claim the winner for this year's Bristol playoff. And I think the two most dominant manufacturers this year is Ford and Toyota. I'll actually look back. I don't think Chevy actually got a win this year. Oh wait, no, obviously they did, actually. Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, never mind. But I think Ford and Toyota definitely got more. I think Ford might have, I don't know. I think Toyota, I don't know. It's really close between those two. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and exit Victory Lane. Fastest lap, 17.305. That was my first lap of the race, and I topped everything. Most laps I was 24. Obviously, I was the most dominant car here. On the move, Ricky Santos Jr. started 33rd, finished second. He's my rival. Good for him, but he tried to wreck me in this race, so yeah, screw you. But tough break, Austin Dillon. He started 18th and finished 31st, so tough break for him. Season standings, obviously, I am second. As we're going to go ahead and finish and go back to the garage here. Alright, guys, so we did advance the round of 12. It gives us that little, kind of laggy little thing there because we advanced. No, that's not me on my part. There's different types of game modes in this. You can actually make the Yeah, it's just that. But we did finish first here in this race. Money, we did gain around $538,000. Fans, we gained around 50,000 fans. That's really our average. We did get moderate driving. I'm surprised we didn't get lower than that. I actually forget which one's lower than actually moderate driving. But I think we probably should have gotten that one because we were just ramming back into the back of the cars like we do usually at Bristol, and I probably will forever do at Bristol. But so here we are. Let's go see. Okay, incredible work out there. Kellen Biff Lattiser Field to be a NASCAR Cup Series or playoff driver. They keep on saying this like I'm not already in the playoffs, but I am. Congrats on making the round of 12. Thank you, Austin Dillon. Sorry you couldn't make the playoffs this year. OMG, Kellen Biff on a serious run. Thank you, Joey Logano. Gives another friend, gives another little relationship there. Sorry to see Joey Logano. I mean, I do hate you in real life, but it is kind of sad to see you just go on this playoff slump. Ever since the playoffs, you were the second, and it was a close run too. You were the second most dominant driver going into the playoffs, and then since the playoffs happened, you just gone on a cold streak. I mean, as much as I hate him, it is fun to go up against him. Not when I'm lapping him though. Chase Elliott, Kellen Buff, you made it to another round. Keep digging and don't lose focus. You're still a long way to go. Focus. Thank you from the actual champion in real life that actually won this season. Austin Dillon. Oh, another one. You know you don't need to hit every car. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I mean, no, you won last night, but just checking. What was up with last race? Do you even know how to drive? Are you trying to make a news there? Kellen Biffle's a bum. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Kyle. Kyle, dude, I'm sorry, father. Yeah, that's right. This guy's my father. My favorite driver. I have a banner in my room of him. I'm so sorry. I don't even think I even ran into him. I just kind of cut him off a little bit when I was blocking, which I am gonna do. But he's actually finally my friend, bro. My father's my friend, bro. Let's go. I didn't even check there's more. But my team has momentum, so that'll give us a 10% boosted speed already in our boosted speed from upgrading. So, that's crazy. Now we will simulate the next week. Race number 30 is going to be at Las Vegas. I don't think I actually did that. Yeah, I think that's like my first, I think that was my first ever episode that I actually did actually pretty bad at. So, I'm not expecting to get a top 5. Well, maybe with my speed that I have now. But in the contract, I just have to drive one race to get a top 5, or I just have to get one top 5 in 4 races. I mean, I think I can do it, Maybe I might choke like the Warriors in 2016, or maybe the Thunder in 2016 also, but I don't know, dude. I really don't know. My engine and, all that's doing good. But here we are, just in case you guys missed it, the round of 12. Oh, that was actually the last race of the round of 12, so it didn't even matter about the... Wow, that actually kind of bums me out, actually. It doesn't even matter that I got the win there. But I lost... Wait, what? I lost spots? I was 4th, and now... Come on. Oh, wait, what? Okay, I guess it's from, like... I guess it's also from... It's also giving us points from where we started off in the play... Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I hate that. I think it just... yeah... So if you guys don't know, it kind of like the thing kind of restarts from where you were when you began the playoffs, and that's what I've always hated. That's the only thing I've hated about the chase for the playoffs, or the chase for the Monster Cup or whatever, is that it resets the thing. Like I feel like it should go off of what we finished at the round of 16. I feel like it should start off of that, because now we get Joey Logano, who's on his he's on his slump, and now he's all the way back up to 3rd, so he has so much breathing room. Who I was in the top 4, who I should have been 2nd starting off here, but I forgot the rules, and I will end up being 5th. But that boost that I did get from the round of 16 that I got that win, that will boost me 1 spot, because I was 6th starting off in the playoffs. Now I am going to be starting off around 12 as 5th. As we do see Eric Amarola, Jimmy Johnson, what's his name? Shoot, hold on, what's their name? Okay, so here are the drivers that are out. Matt Kenseth's out. Sad to see, I feel like I really want to see him, one last time. Maybe make it to the round of 12 and then probably be the very last one out. Jimmy Johnson, in his final season also. That's really actually sad to see. Dang. All Kurt Busch and Alex Bowman had to do was just get terrible placements that race, but, they couldn't do that. So Jimmy Johnson and Matt Kenseth in their last seasons, they get out. Eric Amarola, again, he's just not really good. He's not on that part. He's not on that level. He makes the playoffs consistently, but he's just not on that level. Michael McDowell got that fluke, and I actually love the guy. He's like a son to me in these video games, bro. But he just sucks so bad. Like, how do you get a win at Talladega, and then at the end of the first round of the playoffs, you're 65 below the line, and the next person above you is only 18 below. Like, bro, come on, bro. You're just not good. But next race we're gonna be starting off at the South Point 400 or South Point Hotel Casino 400. As we do pick up another friendship relationship, we still get that rival of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I feel like it was about to end, and then he just sparked it up this race, by kind of nudging me in the wrong direction here. But I think that's basically all I have for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. Actually, I have nothing. I don't have a paint scheme actually planned for next episode, and I feel like I need to change it up. So if you guys are still watching, please right now, just let me know which paint schemes. Give me just random sorting the colors. I'll for sure do it. Just let me know. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what your thoughts are on this race, and what your thoughts are and who's your pick to win it all, and, just basically give me your thoughts. But thank you so much for watching this video and taking the time out of your day to actually click on this. And I will see you guys in the next video.